Hi, YouTube. It's Peggy Hubbard here. I don't know if you guys can see me very well. Let me see if I can adjust my lighting somewhat. Let's see here if I can adjust it. I think that's better. Hi, everyone. It's Peggy Hubbard here. As you all probably have heard, I have been suspended from Facebook. I just got my YouTube channel back. So it's up and running. As you can see, I'm doing this live right now. Um, it's been almost 7 days since I have been removed from Facebook. I have been banned for life from Twitter. Uh, Twitter has banned me for life. The closer we get to this election, the more you're going to see a lot of conservatives come down. This is an attack on Trump supporters. And me being a high profile public figure, if you will, we're going to be targeted. They're going to target us right up until November the 3rd. I was told I am suspended from Facebook up until November 4th. Just so happens that is the day after the general election. So right now I am locked down in Facebook jail. There's a lot of confusion right now with people saying, how are you allowed to answer under Peggy Hubbard? Well, I was smart enough to make my daughter my administrator to not only my public figure page under my name, but also under my personal page. Now my personal page is being attacked right now by Facebook, and it looks like it might be coming down as well. They are not allowing me to go live. They're not allowing me to talk to any of you. And it's gotten pretty bad that if you have an opinion that does not reflect the left, if you are a supporter of President Trump, if you're a conservative Republican, particularly if you are a black Republican conservative, they're really going to come down on you. Just so happens I have hit 500,000 followers. 500,000 followers. That was not an easy thing for me to do. It was very difficult. It was very hard. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of research. It took a lot out of me to do what I did. I went from the night I lost my primary, I had 24,000 followers. Now, here it is from March all the way up here to October 12th. I have 500,000 followers, and I guess it makes Facebook awfully nervous. So, what did they do? They blocked me. I cannot go live. I cannot post. I cannot answer you guys through Messenger. I've turned that over to my daughter. So if you're getting messages, likely it's my daughter doing that on my behalf. My daughter Ashley, which I want to say right now, Ashley, thank you so much for picking up the reins and helping your mom out and keeping everybody aware of what's going on with me. Yes, I had to seek legal counsel against Facebook because they are infringing on my constitutional rights to free speech. You may not like what I have to say. You may not agree with what I have to say, but I have the right to speak my mind and have my own independent thoughts. See, this is the problem. I talked to a friend of mine today for about an hour, and he's having a problem. He's white, and he's having a problem with the person he thought was his friend who is black, who wanted him to actually uh, denounce uh, his race of being white, and he is a racist if he does not. And we talked in detail, and see, this is what the left wants to do. They want to tell us that we are racist, or I am a black American, I'm a sellout. This past weekend, I took part in something remarkable. This past weekend, I was in Pocahontas, Illinois, at the restaurant called the Fainting Goat. And it was packed with Trump supporters, with police officer supporters that support the police and back the blue. It was wonderful to see all these people coming together under one, under the flag, under our nation, under our president, under law enforcement. We came together as a nation. There was nothing about color, there was nothing about race. We all stood together as Americans, as patriots. And we had over 300 cars, from what I'm told, in that parade for President Trump coming from middle America. And I'm pretty disgusted right now with my Illinois GOP. And you all know how I feel about the Illinois Republican Party. And what's happening is a farce. And we have a candidate, instead of this candidate, and I'm going to speak on it, instead of this candidate going to the south side of Chicago, where we're having all of this crime, where these Black mothers are burying their babies, putting them in the ground, our candidate for U.S. Senate under the Republican ticket, do you know where this man actually campaigned? He went to a comedy club with a cardboard cutout of Dick Durbin. So let me get this straight. You go to a comedy club to do stand-up comedy, promote your campaign, and we have small businesses that are going under. We have farmers that can't get their product to the mills to be processed and being hit with COVID. We have nursing homes that are not functioning in the standards which they should under COVID-19. We have schools that are still not in session and parents are going crazy. We have a high rate right now of domestic violence. He's not addressing that. He's not addressing the murder rate. He's not addressing the fact that this mayor of Chicago, instead of focusing on what's happening in her city with all this high crime and all this gun violence, she's playing dress up. So our candidate is doing a stand-up comedian act about Dick Durbin in a comedy club. He's not talking to farmers. He's not talking to law enforcement. He's not talking to the teachers. He's not talking to rural America. He's not talking to the Black community that really, really need their help, his help right now. He's not concerned with any of that, but he takes his campaign onto the comedy circuit. This is what Illinois GOP is doing to us. We are a joke. So here I am before you today, telling you that something has got to give in Illinois. They want us to say yes to the fair tax. I'm here to tell you, as a former IRS representative and analyst, looking at the information, if I were you, I would vote no, because it's not going to help. It's not going to help us at all. It's going to hurt our small businesses. It's going to hurt our startup companies. It's going to hurt our middle class. We're going to get hit the hardest. That's what's going to happen with this fair tax. It's not fair. They said that the rich and the wealthy are going to be paying more tax. Don't believe that. Don't believe it. And this is something you guys really need to catch up on and listen to this commercial very, very carefully about the fair tax. It said they don't need our permission to raise our taxes. So if you don't need our permission to raise our taxes, then why are you pushing the fair tax if you don't need our permission? So it kind of contradicts what they're saying here. So you have to read the fine print. But what I'm seeing in this bill for this fair tax, this bill that they're trying to push through right now in Illinois, It's not going to help the middle class. It's not going to help our small businesses. It's not going to help our farmers. Actually, it's going to cut and undermine our farmers and our small businesses. We're already suffering right now in Illinois, and the fair tax is just right now another kick in the balls, is what it is. So please read and research what this bill is. This bill and this thing that they're trying to pass, the fair tax, it's not fair. It is full of pork. It is full of nonsense, and the numbers do not add up. It does not. If anything, it's going to push us further into this quagmire that the Democrats in Illinois, in Springfield, has already given us. It's going to get worse. We've already lost over 600,000 people out of the state of Illinois over the course of over 6 years. We cannot afford to lose more citizens. This fair tax will push us over the edge. That's what's going to happen. People ask me, who am I going to vote for? If I'm not going to vote for this clown, Mark Curran, who's doing his campaigning at comedy clubs, I'm really looking at Willie Wilson is what I'm looking at. He has been endorsed by the Chicago Police Department, and it's kind of telling when a sheriff of Lake County cannot get endorsed by the police. Not one police department will stand up with this man and endorse him. Not one police department. He prides himself on being law and order and being a sheriff, but you can't get not one police department to endorse you. Why? I'll tell you why. Because he's corrupt. That's the reason why. If your police department has a no confidence vote against you, then we're supposed to trust you. If your own men don't trust you and vote against you in a no confidence vote, you want us to trust you? I don't think so. I'm looking at Willie Wilson. He is a independent. Oddly enough, he likes Trump, where our Republican candidate thinks Trump needs to be impeached and removed from office. This is our Republican candidate who hates our president. So who am I going to vote for? I'm going to vote for a person that's going to put Illinoisans first. Mark Curran does not. Mark Curran actually is for illegals first. He's actually on board with Dick Durbin's DACA deal. He approves Elizabeth Warren's tax policies. He believes in letting inmates vote from behind bars. He believes in not assisting ICE. He gave money to Black Lives Matter. So this is a Republican that they want us to vote for to get Dick Durbin out. I got to tell you, folks, it makes me pretty damn nervous when I read this man's background, and I know this man's background. And trust me when I tell you, he does not stand up for Illinoisans. We have not seen this man down in Southern Illinois. We have not seen him in the Black communities. If you're going to represent Illinois, you have to represent all of us, not just your country club buddies. You have to represent each and every one of us, from the rural communities to the inner cities, to the corporate boardrooms, to the classrooms. You have to represent every person in Illinois, not just your buddies, not just your country club. We are more than just Chicago. There's a whole nother world below I-80. And this man can care less about what happens below I-80. Everything is up in the Chicago area. He has not spent not one day talking to not one family, not one farmer, not one inner city individual to find out what it is they need. He has not done that, but he wants our votes as a Republican. I don't think so. Not getting my vote. I got to be honest. I want someone who's going to mirror my values. He may be pro-life, but he's not pro-gun. He's not pro-Trump. He's not pro-Illinoisans first. He's not pro-military, and he sure in the hell is not pro-police. He can wear the uniform, but he doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about law enforcement. And I think that's telling and it's damning. Do your homework, America, before you vote for any of these candidates. Do your homework. I do my homework. I do my research. But getting back to what I'm saying, I have been banned on Facebook. I'm just now getting on to YouTube. Got that back. I don't know how long YouTube is going to allow me to stay up this time. I got it. But as far as Facebook is concerned, Facebook has banned me. Facebook has probably labeled me as a heavy influencer, heavily influential. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the words I'm trying to find. I'm sorry. But I miss all you guys very, very, very much. And right now, it is extremely heartbreaking that all the work I put into actually building my page, building my name, building my recognition, Facebook has came along and just shut me down without notice, without warning, and basically is telling me that I will not be back on, if at all, not till after the general election. So that's what's happening right now. So as it stands right now, I'm not on Facebook. I am on Parler. Parler is PARLER.com. I'm on Parler. That's where you can find me. And I had to seek legal action because this is a direct violation of my constitutional rights to free speech. We can sit up on Facebook and we can watch people being shot and killed. We can watch babies being abused. We can watch our elderly being assaulted for giggles and grins. We can watch gang members do a shooting on Facebook Live, but that does not violate their community standards. What violates community standards with Facebook is if you are pro Trump, you are a black Republican, you're conservative, you're pro life, you're pro police, you're pro military. They don't like that. And you're pushing everyone to get out and vote for this president. To them, as an individual like myself that has over 500,000 followers, they don't like that. That is a threat to Facebook. Facebook does not take kindly to people like myself because of the fact I am a black American who supports President Trump. They don't like that. So they have to find a way to take you down and shut you up. And they went after my page. And the things that I have said on that page, I stand by. And the things that I have said is the truth. So Facebook, they don't want you to have the truth. They don't want you to know what's going on. I'm going to answer a couple of questions. And I'm going to leave this video up and you guys can share it on Facebook. But as it stands, let me tell you, I can see some things on Facebook. I can see some things, but I cannot see a lot of things. I can see the heading of my page on my public figure page, but I cannot see what people are saying. And I cannot respond. I had the good sense to make Ashley one of my admin on my page. And Ashley is doing her best to try to help keep all of you up to date with what's going on with me. And quite frankly, I told Ashley, I just want to give up. I just don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to be a public figure anymore. And my daughter told me, Mom, don't do that because a lot of people listen to you. And it would be a shame if all the work you've done, you quit now. And she's right. She's right. I'd never back down from a fight, and I'm not going to back down now. But here I am telling you guys what's happening right now. And right now, what's happening is Facebook took me took me down. I'm not allowed to get on Twitter. I can't get on Instagram because Instagram is part of Facebook. Snapchat, can't go there either. Twitter got banned for life, and I'm on Parler. So that's where I am right now. So if you want to come over the Parler, that's where I am right now. But as it stands right now, I am banned on Facebook. How long? I don't really know, but all indications from what we got from them is I'm going to be down until after the general election, and I find it highly suspicious that me and other pundits like me are all under attack. The Hodgkin twins, Terrence Williams, Graham Allen, Diamond and Silk, Brandon Tatum, all of us who are heavy Trump supporters are all under attack right now. So that is what's happening. And legal action, I have to seek that. I'm trying to get back as fast as I can, as best I can. So I really don't know. I can't tell you whether or not I'm going to come back. I really don't know whether or not they're going to let me come back. I did try to put up backup pages, and Facebook took those down as well. So this is the 103 times, 103rd rather, that I have been blocked or suspended from Facebook. So I'm probably making a lot of people nervous with a 500,000 followers. So I guess they're trying to nip it in the bud. But get the word out. Um, I'm going to try to keep you guys updated as best I can on here on YouTube. I don't know how long I'm going to be on YouTube. Just got it back. Just activated it. Got it back up. So we'll see what happens um, with Facebook. But right now, Facebook is running the play on all conservatives that are heavy, heavy Trump supporters and have large platforms and have a large viewership. So I'm on that target as far as Facebook is concerned. So that's happening right now. But keep me in your prayers. I love you guys very much. And it becomes very, very heartening and hurtful that my First Amendment rights, rather, my First Amendment rights in America, we're not allowed to have our rights and have our voices heard because somebody on the left gets butthurt. So that's what's happening right now. That's all I got today. I'm working on some things. I'm researching stuff. I am watching the uh, uh, the hearing, the confirmation hearing, and I'll be back on here hopefully tomorrow and give you my take on the confirmation and other things that are happening right now around our country, around this election. And let's just pray for our president and keep him in our prayers because we have less than a month to go now before we go into the voting booths and reelect Donald Trump and put him back in office. And keep me in your prayers as well. Give me strength because I got to tell you guys, it hurts. All the work that I put into that page to get 500,000 viewers, 500,000 followers, that took some work. And for them to come in and just shut it down without any recourse, without any, it just hurts. It really does. Stay blessed. God has got my back. I got your back. Meet you back here again. All of you guys, take care. I love you very much.